11. You talk.
About Bernadette.
I know.
I can't know you in 140.
Try.
We need to stop meeting here. It's all a bit morbid.
Well, it's the only place that I know that you know.
You've never asked me where else I know.
Well, maybe I just like revisiting the graves of dead cats. Maybe I'm just that kind of girl.
Maybe we should talk about other places we could meet. I told my friend Elliot about you.
Elliot's the one who played the trumpet on your latest.
Yeah, and...
Well, that's really pro word limit.
Yeah. Fascist fuck. Anyway, I told him that I had met a person and that she was you, that her name was Bernadette and that she had, like I described you to him, your features and everything, that you're a lawyer and stuff.
Training.
And then he asked me where we met.
You didn't tell him that.
We met at a funeral for a cat named Dennis? No.
Or that we
Continue to meet at the pet cemetery for... No.
So, you haven't actually told him?
No. I told him we met in a Dunkin'. I think we should talk about other places we could meet. Like abattoirs or sausage factories.
We should. Yeah. We should.
Yeah?
It's just... I don't know you outside of the pet cemetery, Oliver. I don't know you around other people, really.
Only the carcasses of dead animals.
Yeah.
Right.
And what if you're like a different person when you're not around
Yeah. I think I'm pretty much the same.
I mean,
If a little less on edge.
no, obviously you're the same, but what if when there are more people around and smells and cinemas and billboards and rock music and fast food restaurants and people on the streets selling burgers and...
Right?
Sorry.
Do you not want to be...
No.
Right.
No, it's just out there. It's
I don't really eat many burgers, and I'm quite good at shutting out street sellers. Like shutting them down downtown.
I'm scared.
Of smells and cinemas and rock music?
Of things. Getting...
We'll listen to hip hop and we'll buy DVDs.
And get air freshener?
And get air freshener. Fuck.
Hi.
Hi. You look nice. High heels.
You didn't tell me where we were going, so I dressed nice. Where are we going?
We're going zorbing.
What?
We're going to Olive Garden. Ready?
Yep, ready.
Okay. Right. Band. They're a band. They were big in the 80s. Absolutely awful music-wise. Not damn.
Wet.
Yeah. Okay. So like peninsulas, but they've got water all the way around.
Islands.
But they've never had sex.
Virgin Islands.
Yeah. 19.
2. Hungry?
What?
Lamb.
Kind? 0. Shepherd's pie. Stew. Rogan Josh. Lollipop. Lollipop. Morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
You talk in your sleep.
What did I say?
It was kind of hard to tell. Something about a bad man stealing your pens. I think it was a bad man. Could have been Batman.
It was Batman. Hi.
Hi.
I like coming home to you.
$16.
24.
What do?
Bed.
7. Tired?
You? You're always tired. Word hoarding.
Badly today.
Too much going on. So, when was the last time you saw her?
I see her every now and then. We go on those marches against the hush law.
Bill?
Bill.
She's the one that's really into it.
Yeah. She almost ran against them in Maryland.
As an independent?
Yeah.
Why Maryland?
She thought there was a diverse voter base or something. Lots of undecideds.
But you're into it too, the marches.
Yeah.
Why did you break up?
Because it was just time.
Why was it time?
I don't know, Bernadette. There were a whole host of reasons.
And you see her every now and then?
Yeah.
Well, then I want to see her every now and then. If she's your anti-establishment buddy, I want her to be my, like, normal buddy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But I want you to tell me all of your things.
What?
All of you and what's her name?
Julie?
All of you and Julie's things.
Things.
Oliver. Every couple has their own kind of little language,
Right.
like a dialect.
Like Canadian French.
Kind of like Canadian French, but small scale, I guess.
Like if there were only two people in France. No, in Canada. And they both used to be French.
Kind of. Like your own set of in-jokes and pet names and little ways of phrasing things that just develop. And I know I've recycled them before, and I don't want that to, like, I'll be talking in one person, an ex's language, making our jokes, saying things in the way that we made up. And then I'll turn around and it'll be this completely different new person in front of me. And they don't get, they just think I've got this really weird way of talking that isn't funny or endearing or sexy but it's just weird.
So they didn't understand that you were
No.
talking.
They understood. We were speaking in English. It was just as if English had been, okay, imagine you've got a cheese grater, one of those cheese graters with the 4 different sides that grates the 4 different kinds of cheese gratings. And each side is a relationship. And when I was with Stuart, I was grating my cheese on one side of the grater, and it came out in this really weird shape that we'd, I don't know, designed together. And then when I was with Clint, I kept grating my cheese on that same weird side out of habit. And Clint would walk into the kitchen, pick up the grater, look at the cheese, and be like, "What the fuck? Like, this isn't the mature cheddar I know and love."
Cheese is language.
Yeah.
You went out with a Clint?
He was actually lactose intolerant, not metaphorically. He genuinely struggled with dairy.
Well, I'm really good with dairy. Like I have a very capable stomach.
I want you to tell me all your things so that I never walk into our kitchen and find someone else's cheese.
Metaphorically.
Yeah.
Right.
Oliver, please.
Okay. Well, I can't remember most of them, but okay. We started calling each other baby cakes.
Baby cakes?
It started off ironically, but by the end it was almost natural. Don't look at me.
Baby cakes.
This is horrible.
I just want all the things we say to each other to be stuff we haven't said a million times before. Or at least, like, we're saying in a new way that's just... I know this is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
You're being neurotic.
I'm not neurotic.
I know, but you're being it.
I know.
I love you.
Have you said that before?
Yeah.
To other people?
Yeah.
Still sounds pretty good, I guess.
Can't wait to see you. I love you.
Happy birthday. I love you.
Merry Christmas. I love you.
Break a leg. I love you.
Yeah, you sign the lease now. I'll sign it when I get there. Yeah, I love you.
Yeah, of course. I love you. I'm sorry.
Listen, just listen. I love you. Why wouldn't they?
I love you, okay? But I need to focus right now. I've left the dishes.
I love you.
I love you.
98.
13. Got your speech? Good luck. Love you. Love you.
Love you. I saw Julie today.
Oh yeah? What do you want for dinner?
I don't mind.
I want burgers.
Burgers are fine.
Like big old beef burgers with gravy and ketchup.
She's put a bit of weight on.
Julie? I thought she went on Atkins.
Didn't work. But I was talking to her about some of the stuff that I've been doing. Playing with texture and instrumentation and stuff. Polyphony. And she says she knows this lyricist who's pretty much the next big thing. And she is going to...
Little, I didn't think songs had words in them.
Bernadette, I was right in the middle of a story.
Just carry on. I was enjoying it.
I hate it when you do that.
I was listening. Carry on.
I can literally see you drifting off.
Julie is clever and loves carbohydrates.
There's always this moment with you when something I say makes you go, oh yeah, that sounds a lot like my life. And then you're off thinking about...
You're being unfair. You're being really unfair right now.
You used to think songs didn't have words in them.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I was little.
So what? What did you think they sang?
Like vowel sounds. Like improvised vowel sounds. In tune with the rhythm. Like ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh.
But you knew words.
Yeah, I knew words. That there were words and I was speaking them. I was speaking by then. I just didn't know they were
in songs. Right?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're a bit serious today.
Sorry.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
I'm sorry if I've been a bit serious today.
So, where did you see Fat Julie?
What?
Julie, where'd you see her?
Oh, at the supermarket. She was buying falafel.
$36.
6. I'm sorry.
Tough day.
Tough day.
Mine fine. Settled the Wilson case.
I'm glad.
0? Joint custody. David gets weekends. Good, they compromised.
So,
I really like it.
you do?
I do. I really love it.
Do you like the flutes and the little da-da-da-da-da-da?
I really do. Okay, I've got to work on some things.
When does the trial start?
Tomorrow.
First big trial.
First big trial.
I hate words like really.
What?
I really love it. You said, I really love it.
Okay.
Qualifiers.
Qualifiers.
I really love it. If you say, I love it, it's like, wow, what a nice compliment. She loves what I do. I really love it is like saying, please believe I like this thing. Believe it. Believe it. Now let's talk about my problems.
Whoa, that is not what
The only time anyone has meant the word really is when Eva Cassidy sings it in Over the Rainbow.
Oliver.
She goes, really?
Oliver.
Really?
You're insecure.
No, I'm not.
You're insecure about being insecure.
No, I'm not.
I love your stuff, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With this stuff, I'm just a bit...
Yeah. Look, I've gotta go look over some stuff.
I never thought I would go out with a lawyer.
Well, I always thought I'd be one.
I know.
Sorry I can't live to your standards.
That's really not what I'm saying. That's not what I said.
Can we talk about this later?
Sure. Look, I really need to get this done. Let's talk about this later, okay?
Listen, I've got a presentation tomorrow. Can we talk about this later?
Just stop! Just stop! I think it would be better if we talked about this a bit when we've cooled off.
I've got to go. I'm late. Can we talk about this later?
I think it's really important that we talk about this. I'm glad you brought it up.
I really do want to talk about this, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I'm letting you drive.
Oliver, just fucking tell me how.
Bernadette, you're checking your phone on the motorway.
I am better than you are. I am better
I'm not
than you
saying
are.
that. I'm not saying that. I'm not. I was scared. You were inches away from me. Yes, I was scared. You almost plowed into the...
It was heartbreaking for me.
When do I do that?
Bullshit.
You are cold, Bernadette. You are cold.
I am
Jesus, concentrate
on the road. He came out of nowhere. Stop it.
I wasn't saying anything.
Sometimes you don't have to say things.
Yeah, sometimes. $12.
18.
This is good.
Put extra cayenne in beans.
Thanks. You're nice.
Thanks.
We are happy, aren't we?
Yes.
You're happy?
Yes.
And I'm happy.
Yes.
Good.
When you're happy, you're not happy all the time, are you?
No. That'd be weird.
It'd be creepy.
It'd be downright creepy.
You need light and shade.
Light and shade. Otherwise, you'd get sweaty and overheat.
We only argue so much because we know each other so well.
I'm really glad we're on the same page about this.
Me too. Why did you and Julie break up?
Because it was just time.
Why was it time?
There were a whole host of reasons.
Oliver? I'm sorry I make more money than you.
You know what it is? It's censorship.
Not censorship.
Of course it is.
Not censorship. You can say anything you like, just concisely.
That's bullshit, Bernadette.
It's not bullshit, Oliver.
You're pussyfooting, Bernadette. Fence-sitting. There are things you can't say in 140 words.
I know that.
Like wedding speeches, or presentations, or epic poetry. Songs. A lot of songs have more than 140 words.
I'm with you. I agree with you. This was a thing before. Why are you so...
The polls are showing a sudden turn towards...
The polls have been the same for weeks. Ever since I got in. Before even.
Hip-hop is as good as dead.
They're talking about a daily limit. All the hip-hop rappers could come in and do half the song and then do the rest the next day.
It would cost too much. Studio time is fucking expensive. The big names will be fine, but the young ones?
Well, maybe they'll waive it in special circumstances.
What? Like your divorce trials?
No.
You know what it does? It alienates the working class.
Does it?
It's elitist.
How? Everyone gets the same number of...
Yes, everyone gets the same number of words, but it's the working class that needs them the most. The powerful stay powerful because nobody's got enough words to challenge them. Nepotism multiplies exponentially and becomes basically the only way of getting jobs because, like, who's got enough words for interviews? Social mobility doesn't exist in this. Class mobility is... It's polarized. It's all polarized. Protest is banned. They're cutting the working class off like a bad bit of meat. Like, how does anyone rise up in this? How do you say, hello, you everyone, hello, I'm here, and I'm fucking good, you know, I'm good. Nobody can tell each other they're good anymore. But if you got money, you're fine. Because you wear it, don't you? You wear it in your clothes and in the way you walk and the buildings you go in and out of. But the working class, Jesus, the working class can't get their foot through the front door. You know, I thought you'd be angry about this, Bernadette.
Why is that, Oliver? Because I'm one of them?
Everyone should be angry about this.
Don't patronize me.
They're banning democracy.
They're not banning anything.
They're limiting it.
Words are the weapons of the middle class, not the working class. I read that.
There is no more middle class. It polarizes everything. People who need words to prove themselves and people who don't.
Apparently, it's been really good in Norway.
For what?
I don't know, Oliver, the way people talk to each other.
Because they don't anymore?
Maybe.
I wasn't patronizing you.
Okay.
I didn't mean to.
Okay.
I just think that, you know, you come from a certain background and right now they need some sticking up for. But it's me that's really trying to do.
What, that's gracing us working class people with her support?
No.
You're not a better person than me.
I know that.
I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, and not everyone has been as lucky.
I'm not lucky.
All right, who haven't worked as hard as you maybe, but I don't think they deserve to be cut out by a law that limits how much they can say.
How much everyone can say.
Yes, how much everyone can say, but it takes more words if you don't have money, Bernadette.
I am not my background.
I know that.
No, I am not my background.
Yes, and you're not a lawyer, and you're not my girlfriend. You're little bits and pieces of all those things.
Yes, and I'm not Bernadette summed up in one word.
Yes, you're little bits and pieces of all of those things.
And little bits of all those things. And yes, more. And I'm not something that is finished soon. Now even I'm going to be little bits of other things as well. And you're going to have to be okay with that.
I know that, Bernadette. I didn't mean...
It's a bad law. I don't think it's going to pass.
How are you going to explain all those little things in 140 words?
Maybe I'm not going to explain it.
Then nobody's gonna know who you are.
Well, I don't. Oliver, I was agreeing with you. It's a bad law. It's a bad law. I don't think it's going to pass.
Good.
Hey,
I'm going to the march tomorrow.
thought we were going to the aquarium. $26.
123,205,750
You've improved.
words humans use in a lifetime.
A lot.
Used to.
Now?
4,011,350.
Still a lot.
If talking from birth.
Unlikely.
119,195,400. Gone.
Memorized?
Per person. Per lifetime. Extinct.
Melodramatic.
Sad. Really sad.
Qualifiers. They can go first.
I'm busy on Friday.
You're busy on Friday.
I'm busy Friday.
You're busy Friday. Why are you busy?
Okay, right, listen. So they want us quiet, hushed. That's the point. That's the point of the law, right? So I thought, noise. 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 Doesn't matter what we're saying. Doesn't matter how. We don't even need to be saying anything word-wise. It just needs to be loud. And it's actually happening on Friday. It was just this thing that I thought of, and now it's thousands of people screaming across the city. We are bringing gongs and trumpets and horns. There are a couple guys bringing a timpani on a wheelie platform. They're gonna take turns pushing the platform and playing the drums.
But aren't you proving them right?
Who?
Them, capital T, them.
How?
Walking through the city, shouting your heads off.
Of course not. We are being free and using, the human rights that we have.
Right, of course.
You're gonna be able to hear us from space. Space.
But there's nobody in space.
Bernadette, you're going to be able to hear our protest march from space. That is sick. That is a fucking cool protest march. If you can hear it from, democracy is all about.
What is democracy about, Oliver?
Democracy is about voices being heard. On Friday, our voices are going to be heard throughout the city, across the river, across the whole freaking world, and yes, into space. And Bernadette, it was kind of all my idea.
Is there no sound in space?
I don't think that's right. 46.
9.
Okay. Right. I need to just tell you this now. At the noise
No,
aren't.
don't.
No, I do.
Oliver, don't. Got nothing to give back. Coverage was great.
Yeah,
No, really, coverage was everywhere.
not too bad. Yeah.
You looked handsome on TV.
Thanks. Jealous?
What? No, of course not. Are you happy with it?
With what?
The protest.
Well, it's not really about me being happy with it, is it?
Isn't it?
Bernadette, I need to. I am really.
Really?
Bernadette,
What?
please don't hate me. I know you do sometimes, but I think that would be more than I could, take, I guess.
What did you do?
I know you hate me sometimes, but it's always fleeting. It's always short bursts of hate. And even when I think it's gonna be longer than that, it isn't. But even those sometimes feel like deserts.
Oliver, what did you do?
Julie was at the march. I tried. I didn't try that hard. We threw a brick through a window.
What?
Yeah. We threw a brick through a window.
You threw a brick through a window.
Yeah. Of an H&M.
You threw a brick through the window of an H&M.
We did. I mean, we threw one each. We didn't throw one together. I don't know how you would even go about that. Probably wouldn't have been a very good throw if we'd done that in terms of power and accuracy.
That was the thing.
What? Oh. Yeah. That was the thing.
Oh.
Yeah. We didn't get caught or anything, but I knew you'd be annoyed.
Yeah, I am. I'm really annoyed.
I love you.
Me too. I'm glad it was only one brick, though, not like several.
Yeah.
30.
2.
Choose carefully.
I apologize.
For what, Oliver? For what? Morning.
Morning.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Good.
We've done all we could.
You have.
They're going to pass this fascist festival law now. They were always going to pass it. You don't think it's fascist?
I don't.
How can you think that?
I'm different than you.
You're going to be late for work.
They've canceled it.
They've canceled it?
All the courts are shut today for the vote.
I guess that makes sense. This is more important, I suppose. Turn it on. Here we go.
Here we go.
Turn it off.
I'm gonna have to night.
What?
I talk in my sleep. You said I talk in my sleep. I'm gonna gag myself at night with a sock or duct tape. Otherwise, I'm just being wasteful.
Yeah.
I never thought they'd actually.
Yeah.
And how can they do it so
Soon. Yeah.
Monday?
They knew it was going to pass.
I can't have. It was too close.
They had the votes.
Oliver, I'm sorry.
What for?
That you didn't win.
We didn't win, Bernadette.
I know, but I'm sorry that you didn't. You tried really hard.
Don't patronize me.
I really wasn't.
I can't tell anymore.
Okay. Right. So, we've got 4 days, 4 and a bit days before it kicks in. And I think it's important that we make the most of it. We should make the most of it because 140 words is not a lot of words. And I'll have to use most of mine at work, and you'll have to use yours as well. So it'll be hard for us to talk and communicate like we do. But I guess it's lucky we've already got each other, that we already know each other really well. Meeting someone new would be...
I have to make a speech.
Oh. Right. Okay.
to the losers, I guess. Thanking them and telling them to keep going, I guess. And then I'll come back and we'll spend the next 4 days figuring this out.
Don't think this is something you can just get repealed.
We need to figure out ways around it. Tricks and things.
Tricks and things. What about abbreviations?
Abbreviations?
Yeah, do they count as one or two?
Oh, right. Well, how many do they count as one?
We should check.
One. So you can say can't and still have 139 left.
Well, that's a relief.
I feel relieved.
Like a weight's been lifted.
A little bit like a weight's been lifted, yeah.
A lightweight.
Maybe we should just create a whole new load of abbreviations that halves our output.
Like a code?
Yeah, sort of. So like instead of sort of, we could just say sorf.
Sorf. That's good. I like that. Or instead of we could say in staff.
Exactly.
Instead of see you later, we could say see you later.
Well, that one's a bit, I mean, we could just say see ya.
Yeah, that's better. I like that better.
And then instead of how was your day or how are you, we could just say how.
But what if I have a different how related question, like, how does this microwave oven work? Or how did people survive before fat-free frozen yogurt?
Okay.
Or how do I pronounce a double L in Welsh?
Okay, that one was, but I guess they'll emerge in our daily lives.
In our day-to-day.
Yeah. Good. And then instead of
I love you, we could say love you.
Yeah, definitely. Exactly. Morse code. We could speak in Morse code.
How would that work?
So every letter is a combination of dots and dashes.
Okay.
So like S is 3 dots.
Dot, dot, dot. That's 3 words better.
No, you tap it.
Oliver. S. How do you do a dash?
I'll get you a book on it.
Thanks.
Maybe we just need to look into each other's eyes more. Eye contact. You can do a lot with eye contact.
What?
Like people can tell whole stories with their eyes.
Do they?
I mean, metaphorically.
Right, of course.
Though I'm sure some people do. Tell whole stories with their eyes. In some cultures.
Like, in tribes and stuff?
Like a long time ago.
How long have we got?
About 5 minutes.
And then...
Yep.
Okay. I want to say everything then.
Yeah.
No, I want to say everything. Everything that I've always wanted to say but never been able to say, and everything that you, Oliver, have always wanted to say but never been able to say.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk later.
No. Well, it'll be difficult to talk later.
We'd have to do it in Morse code.
Yeah, it'd be slow.
I'll start.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna start.
Whenever you're ready.
You start.
Okay.
We'll take turns or see how it goes.
Okay. Right. I love you. I do. And I'm very thankful for you being with me and indulging me, I guess, in all my little things that and I know I like to play the victim sometimes, and I like to sulk, and I like to punish you. I mean, I don't like to punish you. I just do sometimes. I'm not very forgiving. And I know that. And I am sorry for it because, it probably has some repercussions on you and your state of mind and on us. And
Keep going. It's fine.
and sometimes I feel like you don't listen to me when I'm talking. Or no, you do listen, you do. You just always have other cogs going on at the same time, if you know what I mean. Like if you were a laptop, you'd have other tabs open. If you're an internet browser, I mean. Like you're looking at me, you're definitely looking at me and focusing on me, but I'm aware that at the top of the page there are other things open, other tabs. Like maybe you've got Facebook or the news or a couple of YouTube videos about cats.
Doesn't matter. Keep going.
And I don't like your brother. I think he is too dismissive of you and yes, of me as well. And I think he's too, actually, you're going to disagree with me here, but too self-involved. I think he's too paranoid about controlling absolutely every little thing that he's actually a bit rude and also very, very difficult to buy presents for on birthdays.
Agree about the birthday thing, not the rest.
I thought that's what you wanted us to do. You said to just...
Yeah, no, it was. This was so good. That's so good. I'll go now.
Great.
Cool. Yeah, right. Sometimes I feel like, and I know I've said this a million times before, but that you think I'm shallow.
Right. Yep. Okay.
No, I do. And also bad. You make me feel like I'm bad. And you're always higher than me. Some reason you're always higher. It's like when we started, we decided that you were going to be the good person and I was going to be the bad person. Even though sometimes, occasionally, I feel pretty strongly that I'm actually the good person and you're the... And not just in the heat of the moment. I look back on it and I think about it and I reflect, I reason with myself, and I still think that they're just there. Not always, but just there. I was the good one.
Wonderful.
Oliver.
No, carry on. This is really great that we're airing all these while we got this fleeting window of opportunity.
There. just there. This fleeting window of opportunity. What is that? The way you say things. Sometimes I think you use big words to make yourself feel better and me feel worse. Is it some kind of dominance thing because my paycheck is bigger than yours? Is it you saying, I'm doing what I love because I love it? You're a sellout. You're driven by money and security. If I wanted to be a sellout, I'd use all the big words in court because I'm clever in an obvious way. A lot of what you say sounds like that. A lot of our conversations feel like that.
Cool. Can I jump back in here, or have you got more to...
Yeah, do it. Go for it.
Just to say, this is really great stuff. Real exercising stuff.
Quickly.
So I don't like what you do. I know you think I don't like it, and I know you hate me for that and for not understanding that your mom worked at Walmart and your dad barely worked, so you've got this thing about achievement. And I love you for that. Obviously. And I know you think you always wanted to be a lawyer, but come on, you had passions and stuff, and I'm sure.
Okay. Great. I really feel like we're making, like you said, it's the exorcism thing. We just say it and then puff, it's gone.
Yeah, definitely. Puff.
Is there anything else?
No?
Really?
Nope.
Right. Okay. Great.
Oh, and I love you.
I've got something else.
Well, we barely got any time left, so...
So, in bed. Sometimes in bed. Okay. I know that you do this whole love thing, and you're staring into my eyes, like right into my eyes while you're, and it's a bit, I like that you're so responsive to me and intent on me and caring. And it's so nice. Boy, is it nice. But sometimes I'm just a bit, I don't know. It's hard to think of bored isn't the right word.
Okay. Faster, much faster. 30 seconds. Faster.
And I wish you'd stop fiddling around and worrying so much about, and just, let loose and really give it something, cowboy. I want to feel sexy and powerful, like we could be in Basic Instinct or Brokeback Mountain. Or I wish you'd just have at me once or twice. I don't want to be sensitive or lovey. I don't want to feel like your entire life has led up to you putting your thing in my... I want you to be strong and...
Much faster, come on.
But I like that we are, making progress, because what is a relationship if it's not moving? And, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited about the...
Stop.
Love
you. Ben?
You. I...
I'm sorry, but are you okay?
Yeah,
I'm really sorry for your loss.
What?
Dennis, I'm really sorry you had to go through that. I was at the protest where he was, crushed. It all just got out of hand, really. Oh, but I wasn't involved. I tried to save Dennis, but I couldn't get through the crowd fast enough. I was only there for a friend, really. She's really into the hush law. So we... Oh.
Dennis wasn't my cat. He was Steph's.
You're not Steph?
No.
I just thought, because you were crying.
I was really moved.
Oh,
Thought
right.
it was I thought it was a beautiful service. I was very moved.
Yeah. I didn't even know they had pet cemeteries. Eerie, isn't it? So, you know Steph?
Yeah. Do you?
Well, I thought you were her, so...
Why are you here then?
Well, I felt bad about... guilty, I guess, for being... Oh, and I know Dan, who did the... I guess you'd call it a eulogy?
Tell him I thought it was beautiful.
Dan's good at talking about cats.
That's quite a skill.
He worked on one of my tracks.
You're a musician.
Yeah. Although recently, it's mainly just been jingles for ads, though.
Anything I would know?
Probably not.
I'm a lawyer.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that's really impressive, I guess.
Yeah, I'm doing my training.
You kind of went up to me there.
Yours is cooler.
Thanks.
What's the hush law?
What? You don't know about the...
I'm not really that politically.
It's the limit thing. The word limit thing?
Oh, the quietude bill. I didn't know it was called.
Yeah, it's a nickname. My friend's really into it. I just go with her. What's your name?
Bernadette?
Wow.
What?
No, it's just, that's not a name you normally hear. Although looking at you now, it's like I can't imagine anything else. Like you are Bernadette. Bernadette is you summed up in one word.
What's your name?
Oliver.
I don't buy it.
Pardon?
You don't know me.
Well, I'd like to.
How was your day?
Weird.
Weird how?
Quiet.
Yeah.
Eerie.
Kind of nice?
It's horrible. Orwellian.
Like pet cemetery everywhere.
How was your day?
Fine. Spent 40 words ordering smoothie.
Getting special dispensation?
Partner's backing case for extra in courts.
That is so fucking predictable.
Long term.
What short term?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Istanbul? Cairo.
Pushing down emotionally.
Forgetting. Repressing. Lying? Lying. I don't know.
Suppressing. Come on.
Lying, same thing.
We're getting better. Good practice.
Need to be more honest with each other. Sometimes when I wake up, just for a second, I
Forget.
yeah.
This one says, Fluffy, you were the light of my life, and you really loved tuna.
Jasper? A really good cat? Often mistaken for a meatloaf.
Maybe that was how he died. He was accidentally baked.
Dennis, a cat full of joy. If he could talk, he'd sing.
Dan's good at talking about cats.
Dan's good at talking about cats.
What would you put?
Just how much I loved them. What?
You're refreshing. I find you refreshing.
I'm not refreshing.
You're a lawyer.
Oliver.
You're a divorce lawyer.
Family lawyer.
We both know which one sounds nicer.
They mean the same thing. I should go. We should go.
Where do you want to go?
I should go.
I'm sorry if I've...
You have nice eyes. Tired?
Yeah.
So you're not in the mood to...
What?
It's been a while.
No. I mean, I could be.
Okay. Ow.
Sorry. What do you want me to do?
Just, yeah, gentle. Ow.
Sorry. You need to...
I'm running low.
Same.
Ow.
Let's stop.
Morning.
Morning. You were talking last night. Through the duct tape. Batman again?
Not this time.
We need to stop meeting here. It's all a bit morbid.
Well, it's the only place that I know that you know.
You never asked me where else I know.
Maybe I just like revisiting the graves of dead cats. Maybe I'm just that kind of girl.
Maybe we should talk about other places we could meet.
I think should announce counts when see each other.
Waste.
Give us an idea of where the other's at.
How many they've saved?
How much they've got.
Say how many after?
After count. Yeah.
16,
27.
36,
20.
58,
23. 29.
92,
22.
33, 48.
4.
You're very regular.
Good. Try save us some.
Not as many as you can. Always in 20s.
Good to have quota.
Don't want life run by quotas.
Not from you.
I know.
Understand.
What?
You're so angry.
Not fair. Or free.
Sometimes it's not about fairness.
0? What a waste. $15.
24.
Scene list.
Word sanctuaries.
Courts are on it.
You think it's elitist.
I'm happy. You'll save more. $42.
20.
Special dispensation.
In courts. Extra in courts. I have meetings, prep. Sorry.
I miss you.
You don't.
I do.
I'm right here.
20 words of you.
All of me.
No.
$22.
8.
Let's not fight about this. Congress was on the list.
Completely abusing it. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
They're moving in.
Don't understand when people get excited. You're waiting for
140. They're moving into the fucking Capitol building, Bernadette.
Here we go.
It's a live-in word sanctuary for the powerful. And you know what they've got in there? They've got 28 food outlets. 28! In February, they could eat at a different one every day.
Not on leap.
Huh?
Not on leap years.
Oh, they've got congressional florists, congressional hairdressers, congressional gyms, complete with buffed up congressional trainers.
Words.
Don't care. That's why not letting press in. They're building a cruise ship in the middle of the city. They're moving in and chatting.
You seem excited.
This is what we needed.
The movement?
The movement, but everybody too. This is big. Things could happen. I need to talk to Julie.
Why did you and Julie break up?
They've fired first shot, thrown first brick.
Happy for you.
I need to find my air horn.
Have you got your earplugs?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna wear them.
Please wear them.
I want to hear it all.
The noise.
The noise!
Votes on Wednesday.
Yeah.
5 days. Oliver, I'm sorry if you think
You don't believe in it, Bernadette. I'm not asking you to.
It's not that I don't believe in it. I do believe in it.
You don't feel it.
It's a bad law. I'm sorry if it's not enough for me just to agree.
It's not about that. Fuck the air horn. I'll just shout.
$24.
6. Busy Friday.
Dinner with Mom.
You.
I go alone. What's going on?
Big Fundraiser Friday.
0?
Yeah.
Coming with you.
$103.
112.
Sorry. Beautiful.
I look. Thanks. Devil's a prick.
He's funny. Big name.
Kept putting hands on me.
Being friendly.
He's a slimy slime ball of a man.
Words. And he's my friend.
Wish he wasn't. You were with her all night.
Who?
You're vandal.
Just grow a backbone, Bernadette.
Sorry?
I said, just grow a fucking...
You're out. Well, I've got words left. I've got words to throw away. I saved my words for you, Olilver. Nobody even spoke to me at your angry freedom party. Octopus. Buffalo. Shanghai. Yellow. Aliens. Pasties. Terrorism. Creep. Wasted. California. Rhinoceros. Lemons. Lemons, 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 lemons. Done. $15.
6.
Pass the ketchup. Why did you and Julie break up? You're running low.
She didn't really love me anymore.
Pass the gravy.
$32.
12.
36.
5.
40.
14.
103.
7.
6.
3.
4.
8.
2. 0.
5.
1. Hi. Don't.
Hi.
Let's just talk until it goes without trying to.
Okay.
I miss you.
I'm right here.
It feels like we've both been pretending you're not.
That's exactly how it feels.
Okay.
I'm running low.
Okay.
I'm sorry for all of the...
Me too. S.
25.
25. It feels different.
Meeting here?
Yeah. And just here.
Louder. Looks like nobody's buried cats for a while.
Maybe they stopped dying.
Here it is.
A cat named Dennis. If he could talk, he'd sing.
Refreshing. Feels refreshing.
Yeah. Four.
2.
My favorite color is yellow.
Mine's red.
7.
7.
Squids.
Pink.
Poems.
Haikus.
Nagasaki.
Arms.
Sex.
Shower.
Sex.
Dreamer.
Batman.
Joker.
Dead.
Pets.
94.
47. So,
I have to go.
to the march. Why?
Not about me.
Okay.
Bernadette,
Yeah.
before, it was.
About you.
Yeah.
Scared?
Insecure.
It's an unjust law.
And now that's all it is.
I'm coming with.
Babysitting again?
No, for you.
A lawyer on a protest march.
I work at a law firm. During some hours.
And now that's all it is?
I guess that's always been all it is. Nothing's gonna change.
I know. Wow.
That's
Yeah. Sorry.
no, good. Really good.
Running low.
Me too.
$137.
137. What won't do today?
Just get it all out.
Get it all out?
Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky. I hopped on the plane at LAX in my
Jump
jeep parking.
again. Welcome
Welcome
to
to the land of famous death.
Am I gonna
Am I
fit?
gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time.
Look to my right, there's all the time. Everyone's so famous.
So crazy.
Everybody seems so famous. Something in it, kind of homesick.
I have to tell you something.
Okay.
At the noise
Space. Noise march.
Yeah.
Where you and Julie through the...
I slept with her.
I think I knew.
I think I knew you knew.
Thanks for telling me, though. Instead of I love you, we could say love you.
Yes. Definitely. Exactly.
I think we're going to handle this really well.
Yeah. I think we'll be completely fine.
Really fine.
Really fine. And if there's ever a time when we can't quite understand each other, what the other one is trying to...
I think we will, though.
Yeah, we definitely will. Because we're so well prepared.
Well prepared. Exactly.
But if we don't, if there's ever a time when we can't understand,
Okay.
we could just say, "Dunderstand."
To understand.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
thanks. I think...
Suppose it's about finding little tricks, like you said.
Yeah, I think so. Sort of.
Sorth.
Sorf.